Now, what happens if you send a pair of genuine sneakers through to eBay and they just ship them back and tell you they're fake? Well, that's happened to me on a pair of Sean Weatherspoon Air Max 97s, and this is what I found out. So long story short, I decided not to take no for an answer. I was convinced these Air Max 97s were genuine, so I decided to take them to 3 other legit checking companies to get their opinion on whether or not they thought these shoes were genuine or fake, and if they sided with eBay or myself. And the results are interesting, so be sure to check out the rest of the video because I will be giving the reveal on whether or not these are actually real or not at the end. So let's go back to the start of this story then, because I purchased these shoes back in 2018 from a trusted reseller that I've used many times in the past from, yep, you've guessed it, from eBay. Back then I paid £520 for these shoes, which I guess was an okay price to pay. It definitely wasn't the most expensive, but it wasn't the cheapest either. And over the years, the price has definitely grown for these Air Max 97 Sean Weatherspoons. They're now valued at, I think, dead stock, nearly £1,000. So you can see that the value has increased a lot over that time. Now, once I had the sneakers in hand, obviously I did my own legit check process on them. I looked at a number of different guides online. I also looked at a ton of videos to look at the kind of different elements of the sneaker, which would give away if these sneakers were actually real or fake. And I was 99% sure that the sneakers were real. I say 99% because I didn't pay for these directly from Nike or a trusted outlet. I paid for them through somebody else. So you're never gonna know 100% if they're real. So I was 99% sure, which in my view is good enough when you're looking at the resale market. Now, fast forward to 2021, we are right here, and I was looking to downsize my sneaker collection, and I considered selling these shoes on eBay because that's the platform I do most of my selling on. Now, because I wasn't 100% sure whether or not these sneakers were legitimate, what I didn't want to have happen was for me to send them to eBay and for them to fail the authentication process and for them to send them back. So I decided to get a legit check before sending them to eBay. Now, I used a company called Legitcheck App. It cost me about £5 to send a bunch of photos to them, and then they took about, I think, 24 hours to confirm whether or not these sneakers were real or fake. They did the check and the results came back as being real, and they gave me a certificate of authenticity to prove that these sneakers had been checked beforehand, which I thought was really important to have before sending them in because they are such a high value sneaker. So once I'd done that check and I had a bit more confidence about these shoes, I listed them on eBay. I think I put them up for about £899 originally, but ended up selling them for £750 on an offer, which I was happy with. £750 is a good price for these shoes, I think, for the buyer, and also for me. I think I was quite happy with that amount. And so a couple of days passed after that, and I finally got an email from them, a notification on the app saying inspection had failed, which as soon as I read that, like literally my heart dropped so much because I was so confident that they were real. And I just had to kind of eat a big slice of humble pie and just, you know, suck it up and just accept the fact I bought a pair of fakes many years ago and that I just tried to sell them and it had failed. So I didn't really want to let it lie, and I decided to dig a little bit deeper in terms of like who was actually legit checking these sneakers, and you know, could they have got it wrong? So I looked at lots of pages through eBay, and I eventually found an FAQs page which did say that these sneakers were authenticated by SneakerCon. Now that was quite interesting to me because I just genuinely thought eBay were doing it themselves, but they actually outsourced this work to SneakerCon, which you will know through the events that they run. And I think that applies to both the US and the UK. So I thought that was really interesting. Now the reality is that you're most likely not going to have someone with a lot of experience checking your sneakers. The people use guides and tools to help them authenticate the products quickly because of the volumes they have to work with. So these people, they may have some experience, but they're not going to be absolute gurus or anything like that when it comes to authentication. And you know what? Human error will occur. You'll have fakes which go through as genuine, and you'll have genuines that don't go through as fakes. So that might happen, and it's entirely possible that some human error has been made with this occasion. With that in mind, I decided to take the sneaker to 2 other legit checking companies to double check whether or not these sneakers were real or fake. Now the first company I decided to use is a company called Legit Mark. It cost about $10 this time to authenticate the sneakers. Same process, you send a whole series of images of the shoes shoes inside and out and the box, and after a set amount of time they will send you the results whether or not they're real or not. But the benefit of using this company is that they do give you a little bit more explanation of what is actually real, or if they're fake, what specifically is fake, which is the kind of answer that I wanted. Now the second company I decided to use was Legitcheck App. These guys are actually used by StockX and GOAT, so I knew that they were the real deal and I was going to get a good answer from them either way. So the first company that came back to me were Legitmark. They sent me their results pretty quickly, I'd say within about 6 hours, and they came back saying that these sneakers were real, they were authentic. And the good thing about these guys are that they actually gave me 2 different people's opinions as to the reasons why they were real. So 2 different people, they had a Matt A and a Brad H, gave me 5 different reasons why they thought that these sneakers were actually genuine. So that's a good start. I think we've got kind of 2 legit companies saying that they're real, and we've got eBay that's saying they're fake. And the final company to give me their verdict on these sneakers was the Legitcheck App. And I was a little bit more worried about these guys because they have a little more authority, because they work with StockX and GOAT. So I was more worried about these results, but I got the results back about 3 or 4 hours after that, and the results came back as being genuine. Yes, these sneakers, according to these guys, are authentic. And they also give me a whole host of reasons why they're authentic, which I will put on the screen right now so you can have a read through if you want to pause it and have a little read. But yeah, I've got the results, and I'm really happy that all 3 of the legit checking companies that I've used now with this sneaker, with the exception of eBay, have come back as these being real. I mean, even now with 3 different legit checking companies saying these are genuine, I'm still not 100% that these are real. But what I would like to do is I'll put up a load of photos right now in succession so you can like pause them and check them yourselves. And I would love to get feedback from anyone that wants to give me their opinion on whether or not these are real or not. I'm sure lots of people will say they're fake and side with eBay because they don't want me to have a nice pair of shoes like this, and I'm sure lots of other people will tell me that these are genuine. But either way, I don't really mind. I'm just looking for feedback and your thoughts at this time. So I guess the final summary and thought of this video is that if you have a pair of sneakers which you believe to be genuine and they don't pass the authentication process through eBay, don't worry, use other companies out there to legit check your shoes, because they might be wrong. Human error does happen, and this might be one of those cases too. So don't lose hope if you get worried about your sneakers not passing. Obviously it does limit what you can do with them, but there are other options. And on that note, that's pretty much it for me today. I've been Matt Rideout. This has been Kingsdown Roots. If you've enjoyed my video, please drop me a comment and a like down below. It really does mean the world to me. You can also follow me up here on Instagram. I post a lot of content on there too. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.